This week, the third round of the Irish Tarmac Rally Championship takes us to Killarney, where, with the backdrop of the highest mountain range in Ireland, there's a pursuit's paradise of outdoor activities for golfers, fishermen, hikers and many more. But Kerry is also famous for its rallying territory, with special stages winding through the breathtaking Kerry Mountains. The Cartel.ie Rally of the Lakes provides the most challenging road slick organisation from the Kerry and District Motor Club and a big welcome as Ireland takes us to Killarney. Killarney resident Paul Nagle has reached the summit of the sport, the WRC, as co-driver to Chris Meek in the exciting new Mini team.
I've started here when I was only 17 doing a zero car and continued up along maybe for 11 or 12 years doing different categories, and obviously I've failed to win it in I think 11 attempts, but I've had fantastic memories, some great results, a couple of mishaps as well, but this rally in general has given me great memories.
Another man with great memories is last year's winner.
Yeah, we've been doing it a long time. 81 was my first rally, so we've been around it enough times, and last year was the icing on the cake, so it was one to remember for a long time.
Tim McNulty has had two memorable victories on this event.
It's great to be down in Killarney here. They're using some of the classic stages up the gap, and we head down into Castletownbere later in the day and across Ardgroom and Cod's Head, so yeah, fantastic layout this weekend.
Tarmac Championship leader Kevin Barrett is the Killarney novice, however.
We're delighted. I mean, we said at the start of the year we were going to start the Tarmac and the National and see how it went, and obviously the Tarmac's going to be better for us, so we're going to try and concentrate on that now this weekend, and hopefully if we can get a good result here, just keep the lead going forward.
Top Killarney seed is Alan Ring in his Group N Mitsubishi. Clerk of the course, Dermot Healy, has worked hard in this year's route.
To me, they're probably eight of the best stages in Europe, to be fair. We gave it our best shot this year to produce the best stages, because in the times are in it, you have to give the best, put your best foot forward to try and get interest, and it has proved our point. We have a big entry and I'm delighted with it, to be quite honest.
There's simply no better way to start the Killarney Rally of the Lakes than the traditional Saturday morning blast up the Malls Gap stage past the famous cafe on the main Killarney to Kenmare Road. The first of 8 stages today. It's a fast, challenging opening test. Dennis Cronin, whose first Rally of the Lakes was 30 years ago, knows the stage well, but this is his first event since a big accident on the Fastnet Rally at the end of last season. He's third fastest on Malls Gap and lies second after the first loop of 3 stages. Galway winner Tim McNulty missed the previous week's Circuit of Ireland event, so he's very keen to collect Tarmac Championship points here. And he starts in no uncertain fashion, 13 seconds faster than anyone else on the opening stage. But Tim's chances of a third Killarney victory are scuppered as his engine fails on the third Shanara stage. For Tarmac Championship leader Kevin Barrett, it's a learning curve up Malls Gap. He reckons it's been 14 years since he last competed in Killarney behind the wheel of an Opel Manta 400. And near the gap itself, he's caught and passed by Daragh O'Riordan's Subaru.
They right for 2 left and they right for 1 left, 100.
Indeed, Daragh is second fastest up Malls Gap and will soon inherit the lead of the event when Tim McNulty retires. The young driver from Middleton in County Cork is on his third event in this S12 Subaru. He'll command a 41-second lead after 3 stages.
One right continues over 80.
Kevin Barrett in the Triton Charge Subaru shows us the lunar landscape on the Ballabima stage.
Here, left over left to the 4 left.
The McKinstry team have had a busy week sorting the car out after the previous weekend's Circuit of Ireland. But unexpectedly, Kevin's engine also fails on the third stage. The championship leader is another early casualty.
You all right? No. Well, the engine I got.
Local hero Alan Ring has also had a lot of work on his Lancer since the previous weekend's Circuit of Ireland. Speed looks impressive inside the Munster Joinery Evo 9.
Right to a long, tightens late. Into left 4 carry, tightens around the rock, 80. Slowing left 3 carry.
Despite these efforts, they're only second fastest Group N up Malls Gap, but move into the Group N lead after some spirited driving here on Ballabima.
Leave it on, right one of the fours 80, crest through dip into right one over bump 120, crest over 2 jumps and the flat crest 200, crest minus slowing over jump.
Indeed, the Group N race is a hot one as Alan drops 1 place on stage 3 to 4th overall, 5 seconds behind the Group N leader.
And left 140, crest at the one board 100, chicane right entry.
That Group N leader is Tralee driver Thomas Fitzmaurice with Finn Foley on the pace notes. They're having a great race with Alan Ring in these superbly dry conditions. The dry weather and abrasive stages should suit the big engine Mark II Escorts, and the times from Cork's Barry Mead would actually be good enough to put him in front of the Group N runners after 3 stages. Local man Fergus O'Mara is 4th in the modified race early on, but is soon set to move up. And another rapid Killarney driver, Kevin O'Donoghue, is just 0.8 of a second in front. Indeed, by the gap on stage 1, Kevin has caught Ger O'Donovan's Group N Subaru and treats the fans to some sideways driving at this location, which is steeped in rallying folklore. The strong entry of over 125 cars, despite the times we live in, traverses the fabulous stages laid on by the Killarney District Motor Club. As we turn our attention to the second loop, stages 4 to 6, Malls Gap, Ballochbeema and Carroll Lake. And here's the new rally leader, 24-year-old Daragh O'Riordan, with Tony McDade on the pace notes. He's threading the Subaru to another fastest time, and indeed will record 2 more fastest times on Ballochbeema and Carroll Lake to open up a 1-minute 32-second lead.
We started off a bit cautious this morning, but we got up to a good pace then, so no, we're going well now, we're happy enough, and this, hopefully the weather will stay the way it is now and should be alright, I'd say. Very excited, but it's just to try and keep doing what I'm doing now and stay concentrated is the thing, so hopefully now I can keep it together.
Dennis Cronin and Coleman Hurley are consolidating their second place in their older model WRC Subaru. Dennis is rebuilding his confidence on his first rally back since his big off in Skibbereen.
Just getting into it now, so we had a long layoff and an accident was our last, so find it hard to get on the pace and get it going. The last stage felt good now in places, so car is excellent, so I'm enjoying it now, yeah.
Alan Ring and Adrian Deasy are pushing hard in Malls Gap too. The Evo is reaching frightening speeds and about to take some valuable seconds back.
Sign 50, fast left 2 over crest 200, late right 3 push over bridge.
The Castle Island driver needs to keep pushing harder as Thomas Fitzmaurice is slightly ahead as Alan attacks the narrow sections on the Ballochbeema test where he takes 5 seconds back.
Into left 120, right 2 minus.
By the end of stage 6 Carroll Lake, Alan is now just 1 second in front and 3rd overall, despite clipping this narrow bridge.
Right 5.
Thomas Soft have been very well this morning. He surprised me a little bit. We're pushing hard. We had a problem with DCU again. We put back in DCU we had in the Circuit of Ireland and it seemed to help a little bit. We had to drive very hard. We had below 8 minutes or below 9 minutes in the gap. And then Balloch we had a good clean run again. So we'll see. Just check it over now and keep pushing.
Thomas Fitzmaurice takes time back in Carroll Lake where he is second fastest overall and 6 seconds faster than Alan. Thomas feels that he's been too cautious in Malls Gap and Ballochbeema as the Group N race hots up. Barry Mead, the modified leader, is also feeling the pressure. As by Carroll Lake, his Escort's clutch has given up. Barry races on into the service area at the Lieber factory and he books in early to enable rapid repairs to be made. However, he may incur penalties for early service arrival.
I know I only dropped 5 or 6 to Fergus O'Mara there, so I'm not too bad. You know, once we get out, I have to bending the steering there now as well. She was missing gears and stuff with the clutch, so I've been the steering on a left-hand bend. I just caught the inside corner, but nothing major. I'll slip away through the next 2 stages and we'll do the steering rack in at this stage. But yeah, we'll get going right if we know about it.
By this stage, Fergus O'Meara has moved up into second, but it could be first now with Meade's penalties. Vincent O'Shea had actually been second in the modifieds after 3 stages, but he is about to retire his Escort Cosworth, while Kevin O'Donoghue is now just 4.5 seconds behind fellow Killarney man Fergus O'Meara. Ger O'Donovan is now 5th in the main field and 3rd in Group N as he speeds up after a long layoff. Mark Sheehan leads the Citroens and is a fine 6th overall, with Owen Doyle's Subaru 26 seconds behind him, whilst Donegal's Jeffrey Dolan is now 3rd in the modifieds and is starting a weekend-long battle with Killarney driver Charlie Hickey, who is currently just 4.8 seconds behind him. There is much enjoyment to be had in this superb bank holiday weekend in Killarney.
The Cartel.ie Rally of the Lakes, as rally leader Daragh O'Riordan has just 2 more stages to cover before the overnight halt. It's no surprise that Daragh is fastest on the day's closing tests as he extends his lead to 1 minute 52 seconds. But he knows all too well that a tough second day lies ahead.
A lot to do tomorrow as well. It's only halfway through the rally, and I'd say tomorrow's stages are probably tougher than today's ones. So let's see how it goes.
Dennis Cronin's day has been drama-free. The Bantry driver now has a 2-minute buffer to 3rd place. And in 3rd, starting this loop, was Alan Ring. But yet another engine is about to cry enough today, as Alan becomes the next victim of the mechanical mayhem in this rally, to add to his late dramas on the Circuit of Ireland.
Left 3 carry at push outside. You can push through it. 130. Left 2 is okay. 80 to the junction. Alright, keep going. Left 2, 80 to the junction.
Thomas Fitzmaurice should now have a secure Group N lead, but he's in gearbox trouble. Sportingly, Alan Ring comes to the rescue.
Oh, this is mayhem. Gearbox went at the same time Alan's engine packed in, and I got his Evo 9 donor card, and he's after firing out a gearbox there for us, and we're throwing it in now. So there's many people who do that, so credit to Alan, super sportsmanship, We're trying to get things going here because we're caught for time here with the service. We've only like 25 minutes left, and you see the team of guys that are after falling in there, they're super.
They do make it out in time, but the dramas are set to continue on day 2 for Thomas. Not making it out on day 2 is Barry Meade, who pulls out after the road penalties for being early into service are applied. Fergus O'Meara now leads the modified race and would be 4th overall in the rally despite having problems with the paddle shift on his Escort.
We're having trouble with the gear display all day. Basically I didn't know what gear I'm at times, and we've just isolated the paddle shift now, so we're going back to just basics. So I'm recalibrating things, so there's a bit of technology in the Mark IIs now.
Kevin O'Donoghue has been keeping Fergus in check and is only 9.8 seconds behind, and a real battle is set up for day 2 between these 2 drivers in their 2.5 litre Escorts. Battling into 2nd in Group N now, Ger O'Donovan and Sean Hayde in the N12 Subaru. Whilst Mark Sheehan ends the day 5th in the international section, first of the Citroen runners. Jeffrey Dolan is next up on total time and 3rd modified runner, despite a rear differential problem in the day's final stage. Owen Doyle and Peter Brennan are enjoying their run, 6th of the international runners in their WRC Subaru, whilst Charlie Hickey is just 7 seconds behind his Class 13 rival Jeffrey Dolan at the end of a hard day's rallying. At the forefront, however, Daragh O'Riordan and Tony McDade look dominant. But ahead lies the second day, with absolutely classic stages like the Tim Healy Pass, Ardgroom and Cod's Head. The morning opens with the 3rd and final blast up Mall's Gap, as Daragh O'Riordan clocks up another fastest time, having been quickest on every test in Special Stage 2. On Stage 10, the Team PR Riley Tim Healy Pass, he's quickest again.
Feeling good, just a bit nervous now that everything will hold together for the last 3. But there's a good bit of stage kilometres left, and there's a good road section back as well, so hopefully now nothing will go wrong and we'll get to the end and get a clean run through the stages. So punch or anything, a spin, and it could be out of it, so we just have to be careful and hopefully that'll go our way.
Dennis Cronin is second fastest on Moll's Gap, but loses some time on Carroll Lake with a frightening sixth gear spin, thankfully emerging virtually undamaged. Indeed, a cracked rear bumper is about the only evidence of this high-speed moment.
Intercoms stopped working just as we come into the Healy Pass, and I went sure of a corner trying to drive off memory, and there's one corner tightened up and we were on sixth gear and we had a huge spin. We just got away with it. There was plenty of room and backwards up the road, but we are one of them things you get away with or you don't. Last loop now, we've been really getting back into it and quite happy with our pace, because in these conditions, you know, we're not going to touch modern car.
Thomas Fitzmaurice starts the day fourth fastest on the Gap and second fastest on Tim Healy. But once again he runs into mechanical dramas as he eventually drops right out of the hunt.
We broke the diff on one of the stages there. You know what? These Group N cars are gone so powerful now. When they change the 33mm restrictor, and dry conditions, it's just very severe on the car. I made a bit of a go of it on one of the stages and broke the rear diff, and here we are again now for the mechanics.
The mayhem continues as modified leader Fergus O'Meara retires at the end of Moll's Gap with fuel pressure problems. Kevin O'Donoghue had absolutely charged up Moll's Gap, third fastest overall with a sub 9 minute time. He is now the firm modified leader and would be third overall in the main field, but he too is to suffer retirement when a half shaft breaks on our groom. Gerald Donovan, the new Group N leader, has been in the wars on the Tim Healy Pass with a big spin. Mark Sheehan in the little C2 Max moves up briefly to fourth as he explains the challenges of tests such as our groom.
It's crazy, and you've so many crests on that Ard Groom stage that it's crest into corner, and it's just a real hard work stage. Like
the little C2 you'll be bouncing and hopping around too.
And every time the back wheel lifts now at this stage, I'm kind of getting a bit worried, going, oh, is it going to land? Is it going to land? Just it's tough. It's tough on the nerves.
Moving up on day two, Owen Doyle and Peter Brennan are picking up the pace on a rare rally outing. Jeffrey Dolan and Conor Murphy are soon to move into the lead in the modified section with O'Meara and O'Donoghue's retirement. But they're under threat from Charlie Hickey, who is now only 8 seconds back going into the final loop. David Guest has his new Honda Civic just 7 seconds behind Hickey, but is soon to retire with a half-shaft failure, whilst Donegal's Eugene Ferry is set to move up into third amidst all the drama which has been happening in front of him. Jason McSweeney and his Honda Civic is another set to retire with transmission failure as the dry conditions strain the cars to their limit. And that enables John Riordan and Donald Falvey to move into the Class 11 lead in their 1600 Escort. While second among the 1600 Citroën Trophy runners is Graham Colfer, who is Joe Shrimpton snapping at his heels. Walter Dick and Keith Moriarty are now sixth in the modified field in their Escort and enjoying the superb conditions for the rally. Liam Howlett indulges in a spin on the Cod's Head stage as we round up the finishers on the Cartel.ie Rally of the Lakes.
Finishing second amongst the historics is Alan Courtney in the big 928 Porsche. The winners, Dennis Hickey and Pat Cashman, certainly didn't have time to admire the beautiful lakes. 20th fastest on total time, Roland Doherty takes Class 9. One place ahead, Billy Coogan reminds us of Austin McHale's glory days in the BMW M3. Killarney's Dermot Lynch wins Class 12, having starred in this event as a co-driver for Tommy Randalls in the past. Andy Horgan brings his rare Vauxhall Chevette home 8th amongst the modified runners. Cookstown's Samantha Tom is just 28 seconds in front in her C2R2 Max and classified 9th in the international field. County Antrim's Colm McFall's long journey down was worthwhile, 8th and 2nd in Group N. Scott McElhenney and Carl Reid are 4th in the Citroën race and 7th in the international field. Ahead of them on time, Tony Murphy, who takes Class 14 and 7th amongst the nationals. Just 26 seconds in front of him, Ken Lyons and Paddy McDonald, who are 2nd in Class 13. whilst Joe Shrimpton is third Citroen and classified 6th in the International. Charlie and Johnny Hickey sensationally moved into the national lead with one stage to go, but unfortunately dropped 3 minutes on the final stage to end up 5th. Liam Colfer ended up 2nd of the Citroen Trophy runners, 4th in the national section, and he wins Class 16. John Reardon takes Class 11 in his 1600 Escort and a fine 3rd in the national field. Eugene Ferry's perseverance pays off with a 2nd place on the national event, 1 minute 49 seconds behind the winner. But there's last-minute drama on the penultimate stage for Group N leader Ger O'Donovan.
On Contenders stage, we broke the drive, so we're after driving the last 2 stages with 3 drives. The lads are trying to get a new drive fitted to the car here, just to do the last Kilmacaloe stage, which is about 12 kilometres. So we dropped something like maybe about 2 minutes.
The team effort is worthwhile as Ger finishes 5th overall in the international field and takes maximum points in Group N as the family celebrated the Glen Eagles Hotel finish. Mark Sheehan has a lot to celebrate as he takes 4th place and scoops €4,000 for being the first Citroen Racing Trophy runner home. 3rd is a fine result for Owen Doyle, the Waterford driver, whilst Jeffrey Dolan extends his lead in the Tarmac Modified Series by winning the National Rally in a time that would have put him in 3rd overall.
Without Sharky Motorsport, I couldn't do the rally I'm doing. Broke a fuel last week in the circuit, and then we had a bail, and we had to rebuild the car for this week, so broke a diff yesterday, alternator today. Without the boys, we couldn't be here, you know.
For last year's winner, Dennis Cronin, 2nd overall is about as good as he could have hoped for in his outdated machine, and the Bantry driver thoroughly enjoyed his rally over so many of those classic Killarney rally stages. But there is no doubt about the fastest crew, however, as Daragh O'Riordan and Tony McDade reel off the remaining stages, having been fastest on 14 of the 15 tests. Daragh is the 3rd different winner in the opening 3 rounds of the Tarmac Championship, and he becomes the youngest Rally of the Lakes winner ever.
Absolutely delighted now. It's a great run. It just started good and kept going. Just everything went right for us. Service crew done a great job. Navigator done a great job. Car went well. Just brilliant weekend. But we had to keep the pace up then as well, because we had Dennis Cronin behind us and he was driving really well. So if we had one spin or a punch or anything, he was there to take it from us. No, it was really good weekend now and delighted to be here.